Hi, Olivia here and welcome back to my channel. So if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel for more interesting videos about running from me. So just sat here in the garden, really sunny warm day but really breezy, but it is really nice and warm out here. So last week I did a video on why I love to run on holiday, and so today I thought I would talk about the 4 races I've done abroad and what they were and why I enjoyed them, just in case you ever visit these places and want to do a race. So I've done 4. So the one I did in spring 2017 was the Miami Zoo 5k. So this was kind of after my years of injury, and I did this 5k, and then sort of my injury appeared for a couple of months. But anyway, the Miami Zoo 5k was really nice. So it was really early start in the morning. I think it was about 7:30 in the morning, and you just did a 5k around the zoo. So you got to see all the animals waking up, and kind of saw the zoo coming alive. That was really nice. There was 5,000 runners, which for 5k is like, here in the UK, is unbelievable. Like 5,000 people for 5k. Even my extra half is only about 2,500 people. So it's like, it's a 5k, so many people. They sang the national anthem. So Mike and I was just like, whoa, this is America. They're singing the national anthem at a 5k race. We don't even sing the national anthem at the London Marathon. So yeah, so we did the 5k, ran and walked, really lovely. And then the entry fee for your race came with free entries to the zoo for the rest of the day. So it's really nice to go back around the zoo, see more of the animals and just experience it. So that's really nice. And then after the race, there was like a mini food festival. So it was loads of stalls with free food that you could taste, and they were selling some as well. So that was amazing. It was like, I've done a 5k, seen some zoo animals, gonna eat myself around this food festival, and then go and look around the zoo for the rest of the day. So that was really nice. And they also had the Miami Heat dancers there as well. So that was really weird because there was like children and all watching these Miami Heat dancers gyrating all over the place. So it was a little bit weird, but the race itself was amazing and great to run with so many people on a 5k. Wherever you turned, there was loads of people, so that was really lovely. What's next? So 2018 in January I did the Barcelona 10k, because we happened to be going over there for my mother-in-law's birthday. And again, a big 5k, like 5,000 people. It was not even like the Barcelona 5k. It was like a little part of, it was a kind of an area of Barcelona. So I guess it would be a bit like doing like the Sidmouth like 10k instead of like the Exeter 10k. So yeah, another 5,000 people. Really nice figure of 8 route. Again, that was like my first 10k from coming back from years of injury. Beautiful route, like figure of 8 route on closed streets. And Mike did it again, and also my mother-in-law did it, her first ever 10k. So that was really nice. For her birthday, she did a 10k because she'd been running for a few years before that. And also, it was, I think it was like really cheap to enter. I think it was like £15. And because of the 40th race, we got this long sleeved, zip up, like really thick, like outdoor top. Like it was like, oh my god, this is really nice. And plus you collected your number and that on the day before, so you could easily like choose the right size for you. So that was amazing. But what was with that, oh yeah, well, I really enjoyed it, and really great to get back to a 10k, and I was surprised with my time and everything. But what surprised me is how many runners like cheated. Like they weren't just cutting a little corner, they were cutting, instead of staying on the road, they were going on the pavement and annoying the pedestrians and cutting chunks out of the race. But we also saw people appearing from the side streets, like they obviously, because they're local, knew like cut throughs, so they suddenly appeared at the side street in front of you, and it was just like, how do they appear there? So honestly, Mike and I both noticed it, and we were just shocked about the amount of people cheating. I was like, it's just a 10k, but how could in yourself cheat, but then possibly say to people, oh yeah, I got a PB. You cheated. Like it was shocking to me. But again, it was a really nice race, nice and early start, easy to get to, and great race kit. So yeah, that was great. And then in May 2018, we happened to be in Salzburg seeing good friends of ours over there, and happened to tie it in with the Salzburg 10k, which is part of the marathon, half marathon festival. It was a point A to point B race. So you started at the park near the house that was where Sound of Music was filmed, the family house, and then you ran all the way into town and kind of finished near the opera house. Really nice route, undulating, but quite really nice because you started around the park, around the water, and then kind of headed kind of into the industrial state area a bit, but it's still beautiful because it's Salzburg. And then we kind of headed into town along the river and into the opera house. That's really beautiful. Nice to go to it was a really big expo, of course, because it's a Salzburg marathon weekend, and got a medal and a towel. Kind of shocked in Salzburg by the fact that they don't queue, so not enough portaloos at the start, and we were queuing for the portaloos, and just like people just cutting in front of us. I was like, okay, so you obviously don't queue. And so it got to the start line kind of after the gun had went, but it was chip time, so it didn't really matter. But then I sort of spent the first kind of half mile weaving in and out of people trying to overtake them. But I was really surprised by the 10k because I got a personal best for my 10k. I did like 50:25 or something. So I was like, oh my god, maybe if I started on time, instead of weaving, I'd have done maybe sub 50. But you'll never know. But I was really pleased because I wasn't really going out to get a PB, especially because like 2 days before we went for a little jog and found it really tiring, really hard to breathe. So I wasn't expecting anything, but I kind of set off and looked at my pace and I was like, this is really good, and like just kept it going and got a little bit faster to the end. Although on the last kind of 50 meters at the finish, like on a red carpet, so that was really nice. And I definitely remember me maybe swerving a lot towards the side fence along the finishing straight. So yeah, definitely was losing a lot of energy by then. But yeah, really happy. And Salzburg is stunning, and the route was stunning. And so glad we did a 10k because it was relatively cool. But by kind of lunchtime, when the marathon runners were still out, it was so hot. But really beautiful route. So that was Salzburg. And then the last race I've done was in Orlando last August. Happened to be out there, and the only race I could find was around a nudist camp. Yep. I will link my article I wrote about it for One Deep below. But yeah, a 5k round a nudist camp. Clothing was optional. You could run with clothing or you could run without. Mike did it as well. So he was very brave and just wore socks and trainers. Whereas I chose to wear a sports bra and my England pants. I wasn't prepared to run naked. And so that was very weird experience to run a 5k round a nudist camp where we were surrounded by nude people. There was a few people wearing more clothes than I did, and it was also weird being like with the marshals being naked and kind of the residents of this nudist park clapping and supporting you were naked, so that's really weird. It was 2 laps and completely flat, which was nice. But it was super warm because it was it was the first Saturday in September, I think. It was, even though it started like 8 o'clock in the morning, it got so hot. And it's kind of the heat where you start off okay, not kind of feeling it, and then suddenly it kind of builds up and wham, it hits you. So definitely I felt that like 2 miles, and the last mile was a real struggle. But I was the first female to cross the line. Even in like 25 minutes, I was the first female. So my first ever race win was at a nudist camp in America. So yeah, really happy that I did it. It was on a Saturday morning, so it's a bit like a park run, but I was like, oh my god, I've won my first ever race. And it was amazing. But yeah, super hot. But yeah, experience I would not have given over here in England, but I'm actually glad I experienced it, and it was really interesting and just different, and something that I'll never do again. But it was just a really fun thing to do on holiday, and I won. So I got my finishing medal and my winner's medal, so that was absolutely amazing. So yeah, those are the 4 races I've done over abroad. Would love to hear what races you've raced abroad. Please put them in the comments below. I love to hear all about them, which one you did, whether you loved it or not, would you recommend it. So please let me know in the comments below what races you've done abroad, and maybe I'll add them into my wish list. So really hope you enjoyed this video. A little insight of the races I've done abroad, what they were like, and yeah, don't be afraid to try something new, as we did in Orlando. So give the video a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. We'd love to have you along. And whatever you do, #killing it.